Good evening, gentlemen. We are here to, I think, discuss on a very, very interesting topic. We are trying to see how industry and academia can collaborate together. Dr. Santosh has a presentation to show us, and we will then follow with a couple of questions to ask him.
કેમ છો? મજામાં છો? જય ભરૂચ, જય ગુજરાત, જય સોમૈયા વિદ્યાવિહાર યુનિવર્સિટી. My presentation will not have any chemical locha in you because we have good chemistry between the university and the industry. I will start the presentation. The first is the video of the university. Please.
Welcome to Somaiya Vidyavihar University, where innovation meets tradition. Discover a campus that blends modern facilities with serene learning environments. Join a diverse community of scholars, thinkers, and leaders. Experience world-class education with state-of-the-art classrooms and cutting-edge research labs. Engage in a vibrant campus life full of cultural, sports, and academic events. Our alumni are global ambassadors of change and innovation. Explore freedom of possibilities at Somaiya Vidyavihar University. Your journey begins here. Welcome to
our founder, Sri Karamshi Bhai Jetabai Somaiya, was an entrepreneur, was in business, but thought of contributing to the society by giving back and started the Somaiya Vidyavihar in 1942 with a small school, which is now grown to a university level. In 2019, university was formed, and this last year we got the NAC accreditation A for the university within 5 years with the 3 years of data. The motto what the founder has given is Jnana Devatu Kaivalyam. Knowledge alone liberates. And this has now become the vision of the university. Our Chancellor, Sri Samir Somaiya, who is having education from Harvard and Cornell in chemical engineering, is also the chairman and managing director of Godavari Biorefineries Limited. So he is having the industry and education background, and that is helping our university to shape in a way which is useful to the society. Our Vice Chancellor, Professor Pillai, you have all heard him today morning. He is a very renowned polymer scientist and is the father figure in the university, guiding and forming the all policies and curriculum. We have 10 faculty of study in our university. I will highlight only few due to the paucity of time. Institute of Management, KJ Somaiya Institute of Management is a very known institute for management for students to take admissions. Why? Because it is AACSB accredited, which is like among 6% of B schools in the world are having this accreditation. We also have QS ranking for KJ Somaiya Institute of Management, which is ranked at 42nd across Asia in 2024, and other rankings, NRF and those things are there. KJ Somaiya Institute of Management is providing executive education in terms of customized MDPs. Some of the clients are listed here: Godrej, JB Pharma, Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals, which are also provided with customized degree programs, MBA degree programs for the employees of a specific company. And also there are programs which are like doing business in India, VKME, which was informed by our Vice Chancellor today morning. And these are some of our clients which are utilizing the courses and programs and certificate courses from KJ Somaiya Institute of Management. Doing business in India, this is like two-week India business immersion program from different countries. Students are coming to India and learning how to do business in India. These are some of the organizations which are having partnership with our universities and different type of engagement with different industries. Some of our alumni achievements, like most of these what are shown, are reach the top of the organizations and are felicitated and recognized by the awards and recognitions. Alumni entrepreneurs are seen in the Shark Tank and also got the funding from the Shark Tanks. Center of Excellence for Industrial Automation, in collaboration with Festo India, is providing the necessary training to the students and also certified training programs in industrial automation for the industry professionals in the university premises, which is on the AR, VR technology, drone technology. Certificate programs are available. Some of the startups by alumni of Engineering College, PharmAZ, which is 2010 founded and it has reached 2.8 billion valuation. Second is Unzo, Square Off, Offie, some of the examples of the startups which have really become unicorns and successful companies. Faculty of Science is coming up with some certified specially programs for industries with R&D specialization. One of them was given for Asian Paints R&D division for devising the paints with the latest technology, and the teachers, the contributors for these programs were jointly from our university and industry. This program was executed on weekends so that the participants were comfortable in attending, and a proper certificate and program was conducted while handing over the certificate. These are our contributions at a glance. Total around 1,500 publications, extramural grants of more than 10 CR, patent 66, total PhD students on campus 320, and extramural research projects of around 42 and going on. This is our sports academy, and there is a small video, audio. professional sports facility is available to all the students on the campus. From this academic year, we are introducing sports as one credit course in semester 1 and semester 2 for students to enroll in a sport of their liking and utilize the sports facility for their upgrowing and proper thinking. Shimatsu has set up a center of excellence in our university for analytical and measurement science. There is a center of excellence called Cascade, which is focusing on sustainable climate action and development engagement. This is in collaboration with Michigan State University, USA. Active funding, active collaboration, active involvement of the faculty members is there. This is regarding the farmers in Nareshwadi, Karnataka, and their yield from the field, increasing the yield from the field. Digitization of farm plots has been done. Around 13 lakhs plots have been digitized, and some summer schools were conducted. Next center of excellence is on drug design and discovery. This is with the SERB power. Green chemistry and sustainable industry technology. This center of excellence is under the guidance of Professor John Warner, who is known in the world as father of green chemistry. He is like a professor of eminence in Somaiya Vidyavihar University. There is a high-end central instrumentation and high-performance computational facility has been inaugurated last year, and most of the research scholars are utilizing this facility for computational research. This is our incubator, which is known as Riddle. This is having more than 300 startups. Some of the highlights are given: the Square Off and Offie, which has won the national award in 2020 from Government of India, DST. 300 plus total startups incubated, 3,000 startups impacted, 17,000 students trained, and in 68 countries. Institutional investors who invested in our startups are mentioned here. This is the proposed technology park which will host the Riddle and the startup incubation. Industry collaborations are basically on these 5 pillars: sponsoring education, which is done by Evonik and VChemie, industry readiness programs, capacity building, infrastructure development in the university, and collaborative research. University has done a trio conclave, R&D, academia and industry, triple helix model, which was very much successful and useful for both the 3 parties. These are our international collaborations with multiple countries and multiple universities. We also are very actively involved in social responsibility: Help a Child, Kitab Khana, Somaiya Kala Vidya, Nareshwadi. There is a program called Gatha, where the storytellers throughout the world are invited for a 3-day event on the campus. This is regarding the VChemie, which was informed by our Honorable Vice Chancellor in the inaugural. Lot of funding has come from BASF and ICC, Indian Chemical Council, and executed by Somaiya Vidyavihar University. Total 200 women from underprivileged background to pursue careers in chemical industry. This is what was discussed in the morning, why women are not there in the chemical industry. So this is going to bridge the gap. What is first batch of VChemE girls joined the chemical industry. These are the industry who have recruited. Second batch certification is also started and they are also recruited. In conclusion, we have so many agenda points, but for this conference, industry academia synergy is the topmost agenda. Why? Because synergy is ek aur ek 11, do aur do 5. So industry and academia, when they come together, it is not going to be simple addition, but it will be much more beneficial to everyone, including the society. This is our futuristic planned building for CIRAC, which is Somaiya Institute for Research and Consultancy, which has the theme of connect minds, cultivate ideas, create solutions. Thank you. Thank you for listening patiently, and I expect and offer all the help which a university can do for the industry. It can be consultancy, it can be research, it can be training, it can be collaborative activities which will result in optimization and sustainable solutions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Santosh, for setting up the context. Given the rapid advancements in green chemistry, process automation, and digitalization, how can academic institutions redesign their chemical engineering curriculum to better align with current industry requirements?
Hi, Sonal. Thanks for this very apt question, which is the need of our. Normally, when we design the syllabus or revise a curriculum, there is a process. Every course has a course outcome. Around 5 to 6 course outcomes are there. And every program, for example, chemical engineering program has a program outcomes. Those are given by AICT. For engineering, they are around 12. So what happens is, after the course is completed, there is course outcomes attainment and mapping done. Whether the students have understood what was taught and how much they have understood, and whether that is mapping to the program outcomes of the program, chemical engineering. So if the mapping is less than the threshold, then the syllabus needs a revision because it is not being properly executed. That is one point. Another point is there is feedback from the industry stakeholders. There are industry members in the board of studies. There are industry members in the academic council who also give the inputs. These are the trends in industry. These are to be included in the curriculum. So based on all these processes, the board of studies, which is the body which designs the curriculum, goes through the revision of the syllabus, and the revised curriculum is approved by the academic council and executed by the departments.
Quite interesting. Dr. Mehta, I have my next question for you. Can you share successful examples of R&D collaborations between chemical companies and universities? And what were the key enablers of this success?
So, there are many industries, right? As we all know. There are many universities, as we all know. But there are very few examples we have, right? So it is the pity or the, bad thing for that we are discussing today, right? So I can say few examples. You can say how these chemical leaders like BASF, Evonik, like Dr. Santosh said, and some, like Ashok Leyland is also some examples of collaborating with Madras IITs for some automotive, innovations with fuel injection systems and all that. But still, what is happening is that where potential is there, it is not getting encouraged. And many times, the people who are into the real world, so there is a gap as usual, as we know. So there is a course, there is a practice, and third thing is approach. So when we talk about any problem, when there is a problem from both of the side. If either of the side has, addressed the problem, then there will not be a problem. So if it is a problem, there is a lacuna from both the sides. And here, even though I am in the industry, I can tell you that it is the whole responsibility of industry first, not the academics. Academics is individual industry. They can run by themselves, but you cannot, right? So it is industry's responsibility as a first initiator, right? So either in the sense of, collaboration is required, in the sense of designing of courses are required, in the sense of, infrastructure, because we always, fight with the, scenarios. We don't have people coming from universities or schools, they are industry ready. And then we start, educating them, train them. So this is, Sonal ma'am, I think the, most, driving thing that we should understand. So these things are always there, which are required.
Perfect. We've also seen, Dr. Mehta, that many breakthrough innovations in the lab failed to scale commercially. What steps can be taken to bridge this valley of death between academic research and market-ready chemical technologies? Because it's so painful to see them not
Yes.
getting commercialized.
Yeah, so, so many planes getting launched, but they cannot fly many times. And there are many reasons, right, behind this. We all know so many things. So the first thing that, we all know, that first thing is scope or the clarity of idea is not there many times, because researcher coming from institute or organization, like what doctor said, they don't have, scope or a vision to make this thing workable in the market or either scalable, or you can say that commercialization. So that aspects are not very much covered in many of the curriculums. So first thing is scope. So, because of the, ideas are there. We have ideas, but we don't have, policies to cover up that ideas. Then second thing is, so many times many resilience come in between the things. Religion comes many times. We have seen that gene technology has developed far back, before many years. But we are using this gene technology for medication, for, rehabilitation, test tubes and all that come into the market before few years. Otherwise, somebody has made this, what they call sheep, before so many years. So it was, a religious aspect. So these things are also there, which, restricts the thing to scale up. These things, then main thing is the resource management is not there many times. Then also mentorships are not there. We see that many peoples don't get good mentors. So they make very good things, but it takes so much time to, get the technology so much, mature to get it up to the user level. Like internet we are using, right? So internet we are using since 1990s, but it was invented in 1960s, right? So we know that these things are made so many years before, but because of the issue with the commercialization, idea implementation, these things has not come up. So this is the thing, and where if you want to cross this valley, I mean, I must say it should be the initiative from both of the side, but most from the industry side, I mean say, because they are resourceful, they are money rich people, right? So, and we have seen that in the past also we have lost so much of our, science and technology. हमारे पास विमान था, हमने कहीं पढ़ा था, रावण के पास भी था. So it is like that. So we lost the technologies when we don't conserve it and don't develop it. So that is the thing.
Yeah, but it's quite disheartening to see religion coming in the way of products from conceptualization to commercialization.
It is always there. I mean, we are bound with our religion first. So it is the only thing which is oldest one what we have conserved. And it is our, essence. So I think we should keep it with that spirit itself. It should be also the part.
Sure. Dr. Santosh, in light of evolving safety standards, sustainability goals, and regulatory norms, how can industry and academia co-create lifelong learning modules for chemical professionals?
Exactly. So this is what is very much need of the hour, lifelong learning. So learning is not the 4 years of your graduation and then bye-bye to your learning and then earning starts. It is like lifelong learning means we have to keep updating, upskilling. And there are many ways now. Today, there are so many courses available online, and also the industry is sponsoring their employees to upskill themselves and also have some sort of certification and graduation, post-graduation. Like I have shown in the slides, we have done the MBA program for Godrej Industries, specific. There was certification course for Asian Paints for R&D point of view. So these are like lifelong learnings in association with the university. But that is not the end of it. It is like we have to also contribute. As Dr. Mehta said, industry has the resources. Industry, if becomes partner in the lifelong learning, then the outcome and outputs will be really manifold different than university academia doing alone. I hope I have answered.
Yes, absolutely. I have another question for you, Dr. Santosh. What support systems do you believe, both technical and financial, should be in place to nurture chemistry-based startups originating from the academic institutions, creating some kind of a course which allows engineers to think about startups and grow technically and financially both?
Yeah. For this, like as I've shown, our Riddle has more than 300 startups incubated. And what my experience is not only with Somaiya Vidyavihar University, but my previous experience with ITM and other 2 engineering colleges as principal, that passion is there in the students who want to do something, they have the idea. That passion drives. I have seen the students making the car in our engineering college, and that car won the All India rank first in Mumbai. So I have seen the students working day and night in the lab with less resources, but that passion made them work for the purpose. So for startups, the passion is the main ingredients. Second is the subject knowledge. For chemistry, the liking toward the science and the depth in the subject will be very essential. Third, is the atmosphere, the incubators and the mentors. These are the two things which will nurture the idea, the passion, and the purpose will result in the startups, success of the startups, and properly becoming the companies in the long run. I hope
Yes, please.
that was the answer you were expecting.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I think to start up anything, passion is the key, of course. Then comes the subject knowledge, but if you don't have the passion, you would not be able to venture it further. Great. Mr. Patel, how can HR strengthen collaboration between the chemical industry and academia to ensure that there is a better alignment on talent development within the industry needs?
First of all, the collaboration is the most important thing for the industries with the academia, like college, institutes, and the universities. Nowadays, if we can see, the governments is also promoting lot many scholarships, exams for the students, and also the industries are partnering with the academias. Another second point, if I can say, the talent pool which needs to be a create by the industry is the most important thing, where it can be a generate a succession from the talent pool. So this makes a win-win situation for both industry as well as the academia point of view. Hope I have answered your question.
Yes, absolutely. Having been in the search industry now for 2 decades and having hired, CXO across the chemical sector, I think that's the ask from most of my clients to bring in not only the skill sets that are required, but an overall understanding and knowledge of the industry. Yes, absolutely. Dr. Mehta, how can joint efforts in academia and industry accelerate the development and market launch of sustainable chemicals as well as bio-based alternatives?
So, as I've discussed, that, fastening the process of research, you can say there should be a model like innovativeness to impact and impact to commercialized. So in that case, many things are, missing, as I've said. So there must be, a specific, designing of ecological system should be there, right? We don't have any systematic procedure currently where, how we can run these things, like from university to industry and industry to university. So, it requires to be developed such ecological system, right? So you can, if you make the things with regular contact, regular, monitoring of the projects, when it is collaborated, once collaboration is done, then after there should be also the procedure of monitoring, regular monitoring, like we do when we do it with our commercial projects. Same way with the research projects, it should be done. Secondly, I must say it should not be much harshly said, but CSR is made compulsory. When you make ESG compulsory, you have to make research also compulsory as a part of industrial, services. Because many times when you make it, with some, governing, rules and everything, then people start involving very, with very encouragement, I can say, not the bad word. So it should be made compulsory to do CSR, to, empower the woman, to empower whole, local bodies, and also the research, like that. You make it compulsory, everybody will do, like that. In India, it is very difficult to do the things, even when it is not made that way.
I think ESG is the topic of the day. We've seen many industries now focusing their complete attention on ESG.
When we say that many companies have 3 to 4% of their GDPs as their research budget, but India has only 0.7, 0.6 between that. But it is no, it is not only the government's role. In USA also, if you say that they have 3.6% of GDP, 3.6, 2.5 is from industry itself. Their government is not, directly encouraging institute to go there and like that. So, ultimately it's industry's role. And what you said for this biological thing, it is always a booster. We have seen in COVID-19, time era that how we have reacted, how we have acted, and India has performed very well. So we have a potential basically. But jab tak, we should not wait to, light the fire. Before that, we can get prepared.
Absolutely. I think we just need to take the first step. I have one last question for Dr. Santosh, very, very close to my heart. Are there any international models of academia and industry collaborations in the chemical sector that India can either adapt or adopt?
Exactly. This, I think, we discussed in the morning. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor in his speech has talked about Max Planck Institute in Germany, which is directly having industry tie-ups. Not only Max Planck, but many of the universities like Stanford in USA, MIT in USA, they are like industry. Collaboration is not required. Industry is in the campus. So we are saying we need a collaboration. They have industries in the campus. So like the startups, what we have shown, 300 startups incubated in the university. Those are industries only, but those don't have that much funding as Dr. Mehta said. The bigger industries have a lot of financial and resources available, but the startups have ideas and small prototypes. They don't have products. But as you were asking, Sonal, ICT, for example, the chemical benchmark in India, which is like the top 10 in the world for chemical, is also having lot of industry associations and tie-ups. Those can be role model for many of the universities. How the industry is interacting with ICT and how they are getting the required benefit also by interacting with ICT. Like industry will not interact with any universities unless they are going to be useful collaboration. Because if industry works on deadlines, timelines, it is not that problem is defined today and it is to be solved after 2 years. Nothing will wait. So industry is very specific with timeline, and if the university or educational academia is able to deliver that on time, then the collaborations proceed, otherwise they don't. I hope you got the answer?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
I think I would just like to conclude by saying that we can also run some joint research-based projects, keeping in mind the governance models, and ensure that we bring in that kind of a collaboration between what government has to offer, academia, and keeping in mind industrial benefits as well.